Yeah, welcome to the space this morning. Lovely to see you all. So, just settling into a comfortable posture, and I'm going to suggest, if you'd like to, that you turn towards a window so that you're getting as much light coming into your eyes as you can from the window. So, don't worry if that means your back's to the camera. We're not worried. We're going to close our eyes in a moment anyway, if we want to do that. So, I can't do that because obviously I need to look at the computer. But I'm just going to suggest that because I've just come back from my blue light walk, which I do every morning. You'll know how important blue light walks are if you've listened to me or read anything I've written about sleep, how important sleep is. So, what I thought we'd do this morning is we'll do a visualization, which will help us to get that blue light into the system and to create that lovely melatonin that we need to create and get it going around the body in the way that we need it to. So, again, if you know me well, you'll know that I really like the work of David R. Hamilton, who's a he's a scientist who researches different effects of meditation. And one of the things that he's researched over many years is the placebo effect and the role of visualization in helping us to heal and helping to make things more potent, including medicine and food, water, whatever we put into our bodies. So we're going to be using that as a kind of template for this morning, that theory. So I'm just going to invite you, first of all, to actually look out of the window with your eyes open. And so we're not exactly looking for what we can see. You might notice objects, trees, clouds, colour of the sky. So we're not focusing on what we can see as such, but just the level of light. And again, I'm just going to invite you, if you're happy to take your glasses off if you're wearing glasses. Because wearing glasses, looking through a window, that all reduces the number of lumens that come in from the sky, from the sun into our eyes. And in the morning, we want as many lumens as we can get, especially at this time of year when the days are shorter and the light isn't quite as bright as it is at other times of the year. So, just really taking that in through the eyes. And as you focus on the light coming in through your eyes, just knowing that this light is traveling in directly through your pupils, directly into your brain. So, this light, you're not absorbing it, it's not coming in through the side of your eye or the top of your head. Obviously, we do absorb the energy in that way, but we're talking about the lumens, the actual blue light that we want to come directly into the pupils. And anything that enters the pupils is sent directly through the nerves, directly into the brain. And we want to get a good 10-15 minutes of blue light. So that's morning light as early as you can. At this time of the year, the light stays blue until a little bit later, obviously. So you want to get this blue light in as early as you can. So if you've already been for a blue light walk this morning, you might like to just cast your mind back to that, and we'll use that as part of the visualization. If you haven't been already for your blue light walk, then inviting you to imagine what that might be like now if you were to step out through this window and even just stand outside with eyes open. We're not looking directly at the sun, that wouldn't be a good idea. We just want to be outside, getting as much blue light into the retina as we can. And then when you're ready, I'm just inviting you, if you want to close your eyes, because that might help with your visualization. We want to use our imaginations now. So either staying as you are, facing the window, or if that's not as comfortable for you, moving into a more comfortable posture. And of course, you can do this meditation standing or sitting. You might want to do it during some mindful movement. I'm just going to focus on this idea of light flowing into the eyes. So even when the eyes are closed, the light filters in through our eyelids. That's why our eyelids are so thin, because that early morning light is meant to filter in through the eyelids. And this triggers a whole chain of events to happen. So the first thing that happens is that we produce the hormone cortisol. And this gives a boost to the system. It wakes the system up. It gives us the boost we need to get out of bed, sends some energy into the muscles. It helps us release adrenaline to get the muscles moving. It produces a spike in our heart rate. And all of this is good. It's useful. This is what we need to get moving. We often think of stress or raised heart rate, raised blood pressure as bad things. But actually, we're meant to have these happen, these events happen. The difficulty is when they stay elevated for too long. That's when we start to experience problems. So, in a healthy body, in a healthy system, we're getting these constant fluctuations, and that's good for the system. So, imagining this light now traveling in through your eyes and traveling right into your brain. And it's sending lots of messages to your head brain, which then travel down the vagus nerve, which is that long, ropey nerve that goes all the way from your head brain down your spine, follows the spinal cord all the way down into your abdomen. So it goes through this cluster of neurons around your heart and the cluster of neurons in your abdomen, in your gut, or just around your gut. And then this spreads out like a great big tree or a system of mycelium into the whole body, every single nerve, the ones that go right to the tips of your skin, are all connected to this long vagus nerve. So your body is constantly receiving and giving information to every part of your system. So imagine this blue light now is traveling down that nerve. You might imagine it as a bright blue light. And it does actually travel like electricity. These signals are like electricity flowing through the body. And as well as waking the body up, telling the body that it's morning and it's time to be active, it's also producing this hormone melatonin. So just imagining, it doesn't matter how it's really produced. We can imagine it in any way we want to. So imagine that you have a little melatonin factory. You can imagine it anywhere in your body you want it to be. And you're producing this lovely hormone called melatonin. And melatonin is the chemical that mixes with other chemicals in the body and that helps us to sleep at night. So we want to produce lots of it in the morning, and then we put it away safely during the day. So imagine now your body is producing lots of this lovely melatonin. We're not going to release it into the body yet, because that would send us back to sleep. So think of somewhere safe you might want to keep this melatonin. It might be in a beautiful garden, could be in a lovely safe box, or you might imagine it like a chemistry lab. However you want to imagine it, that's absolutely fine. It's what works for you that matters. So your body's amazing. It's constantly producing all sorts of substances to care for your whole system. Just that sometimes our actions, our lifestyles get in the way and we disrupt the process. So, this is where it can be useful to breathe in with some self compassion, some self love. If we truly love our bodies, if we love this part of ourselves, and it's much easier to care for the body and to help it function to the best of its ability. So imagine that you're breathing in love and compassion and kindness for yourself. And again, you might like to imagine this as a colour. This can be helpful. So you're producing this melatonin out of love for yourself because you want to be kind to your body and allow it to rest as much as it needs to when it needs to. And it needs melatonin for this. So flooding your whole body with this compassion, this kindness. Maybe feeling it flowing in on the in-breath and then around your body on the out-breath. And this lovely melatonin that you're producing with the help of this blue light, this melatonin will help you later to calm and soothe your whole system. It helps to calm and soothe the mind, the brain. It helps to switch off the thinking parts and to switch on the areas of the brain that we need for rest and for healing. It helps to switch on all of those processes that need to happen at night. It helps us to maintain the different sleep cycles. And we need these sleep cycles during the night to stay healthy. So melatonin is one of the most important chemicals we can make every day. So with love and care for yourself, you are producing this melatonin now. So think of somewhere careful that you can put this melatonin where it can stay safe throughout the day. Because we need this to be somewhere safe so that we can access it later on this evening. So place it there now and imagine it being surrounded with that love and care. Melatonin really does care for your whole system. And then maybe breathing with some gratitude or thankfulness for your amazing body, that's able to produce all of these different substances in a day. And then later on, when the light starts to dim, when we come to sunset and we move into the red light zone of the day, just think back to this meditation and with love and thankfulness, open this place where you're keeping this melatonin and allow it to start to flow gently into your body so that when you need it, you're going to have that gentle, sleepy feeling come over you. And allow that to keep flowing into your body when you go to bed so that you can drift into a deep, restorative sleep, knowing that you've done the best you can for your body today. And now just letting any images fade as we bring this practice to a close. Just bringing some movement into your toes, your fingers, maybe stretching your neck from side to side, backwards and forwards, moving your shoulders. And when you're ready, taking in a deep in breath and sighing out, stretching your body. Maybe have a nice yawn. Open your eyes if they've been closed and just take in your surroundings once more.